going on, YouTube? TJ here, driving along I-70 headed to Pennsylvania. Got a load of chocolate. It's actually going to Hershey, Pennsylvania, and I'm hauling Hershey's. Who'd have thunk it? Anyway, I'm pretty new to all this YouTube stuff, so kind of bear with me here. I'm sorry if this isn't what you expect of a typical YouTuber. But I wanted to talk a little bit about if you're interested in applying for Prime Inc. and going through their PSD training program that they have, the Prime Student Driver Training Program. I went through it. It's not a bad program. I don't have too many complaints. There's little stuff, like as any job, where you can dwell on it or you can choose to look past it. That's completely up to you. Overall, though, I can't complain. It got me my CDL and it got me a job. So, what more can I ask? Basically, first thing you're going to do is fill out your application. That's where a lot of people mess up from the beginning. Don't lie on it. They're going to check. They're going to check your background. They're going to check your work history. They're going to check your, basically everything you put on the application. So be honest. They do hire felons, so just if you have a record, just tell them. Be honest from the beginning. They do hire felons, so best thing you can do for yourself is be honest. That's a lot of what Prime looks for, is integrity. After you fill out your application, you're going to get contacted by a recruiter, or it may have you contact them. I don't really remember, honestly. Pretty sure they contact you, though. It won't take long, maybe a couple days at the most. When you talk to the recruiter, they'll kind of go over more information on what the program's all about. They'll give you information on your pay, your basically everything that you need to know to start up. Now, they'll ask you when they call you. They'll ask you if everything on your application is true and correct, to the best of your knowledge. If you did lie on something on your application, that is the time to say something. When you get to Springfield and start your training, that's not the time to say something. So just keep that in mind. So if you haven't already got on your bus and headed to Springfield, but you did lie on your application, I highly suggest you get a hold of your recruiter and just be honest with them. It's a better opportunity that they'll keep you as a candidate rather than finding out that you lied the hard way. Next thing they'll do is kind of ask you if you know what division you want to be in. The 3 divisions are flatbed, reefer, and tanker. I drive reefer. It's the easiest one, I'll be completely honest. You don't have to do much. Basically with reefer, it's refrigerated loads. It's the big box van style trailer you normally see, the 53-foot trailers. The only difference between this and a dry trailer is this one has a cooling unit attached to it. Reefer, honestly, the most I do is open and close the trailer doors and hook up the trailer and drop them. I mean, there's no hard labor with reefer. I'm thinking about switching over to flatbed simply because I need the exercise. It's not good to be sitting here all day not getting exercise, but you don't have to drive flatbed or tanker just to get the exercise. You can certainly find workout routines within your truck or outside your truck. There's plenty of opportunities. Flatbed, basically it is what it sounds like. You're strapping down loads on an open trailer, tarping them. It's going to be more machinery type loads. You're going to be hauling lumber, machinery, basically anything that that you see on a flatbed trailer going down the highway. They'll be hauling. And then tanker. Tanker is probably one of the smallest divisions of Prime. They haul primarily food-based product. Tanker, you have some manual labor. You have to sometimes hook up plumbing, piping to load or unload your product. I was talking to a tanker driver yesterday, actually, because I was curious on how much of their freight is no touch, and he said about 60 or 70% of their freight they don't have to touch. They do everything, they unload it for them. So thought that was pretty interesting. But they do occasionally have to go ahead and hook up plumbing and whatnot to pump out the product off their trailer. Anyway, going back towards the application process, you'll get a call. They'll ask you if you're interested in a vision. And tell them if you are. If not, just they can go over more on the pay and the duties of each division. That's another thing, is that might be a separate video, is the pay. Everyone thinks that one division is better than the other simply because they drive in it. But in all reality, the pay, it may be broken up differently, but ultimately their pay is the same. Okay, yes, I may get more detention pay driving a reefer truck than I would a flatbed truck, for example. But who's to say flatbed doesn't get more a mile, which they do, to my understanding. So all in all, though, in the end of the day, you'll make approximately the same in each division. It's just how you get paid. Whether you get paid for detention, whether you get paid for deadhead miles, loader miles. I mean, the list goes on. Layover pay. Basically, all in all, in the end, no division really gets paid more than the other. Anyway, they'll go ahead and they'll give you more information on that. They'll go over the training aspect. Basically, what you'll do when you get hired on, you'll go through their week of orientation. In that week of orientation, it is very, very, very accelerated. It is very quick. You need to pay attention. You'll be doing basically anything from classroom instruction, like logs, vehicle inspections, backing, simulators, all kinds of stuff. It's very, very accelerated, so you need to be prepared to work real hard when you get there. They don't put up with anything. If you're late to one of your classes, they send you home. They look at it as if because the hotel called Campus Inn, that's the same property where all of your classes are held. So if you can't make it to class when you're sleeping on property, they can't expect you to make a load on time. So basically, integrity, honesty, and being on time. According to Prime, 15 minutes early is on time is late. So get there early, don't mess around. But anyway, going back to recruiter, they'll give you more information on how that works. They will email you a packet, a study guide for the Missouri CDL practice permit test. I highly, highly, highly suggest studying that front to back before you even get on the Greyhound bus to go to Springfield. They don't give you much time when you're there to study it. I mean, you have ample opportunity before you go out there to study. If you choose not to, that is on you, but be prepared to fail if you do not study. Anyway, whenever you're ready, after you're done studying, you'll get them back in touch with your recruiter. They'll set you up to get a bus ticket to Springfield, Missouri. It's the most boring bus ride you'll ever have. Mine was 26 hours long with 5 layovers. It sucks. I mean, I didn't get any sleep for 30 plus hours. But that's your first test. If they know you can survive a Greyhound ride, they know you can survive a truck. I'll go more over what to expect. What to expect when you get out there in a separate video, kind of like a day-to-day schedule on what you'll be doing. I'll go over that another time. Basically though, when you get out there, like I said, you need to be ready to take your CDL permit exam, the written exam. You can't wait until last minute. So all in all, like I said, you'll get on the bus, get out there. From here on, I'll make a separate video on what exactly happens day by day. I definitely recommend though, studying. Don't lie on your application. Once again, if you were convicted of something, that does not mean that they will not hire you. You just need to be upfront with them. There's a lot of felons that work at Prime. I can guarantee you though, none of them lied on their application. That's all I got. You got any questions? Leave me a comment. I'll try to answer them as quick as I possibly can. I'm going to start trying to do this YouTube thing, making more videos, and seeing how it goes. Anyway, subscribe, like, comment, whatever you got to do. Y'all have a great day.